Part of me should have seen it coming. I mean, not only was Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric running on the CryEngine 3 on the Wii U a massive downgrade, but that Zelda Wii U game, that game had a massive downgrade too. I mean, sure, you could argue that the whole tech demo shown at the one E3 was a tech demo, but the one game that they've shown afterwards looks downgraded all the way back to the cartoony style yet again. I mean, this is not the first time Nintendo has had to downgrade on the Wii U, or a developer in general. But here we have unusual for a Nintendo first party game, a downgrade. And apparently it just came out that Xenoblade Chronicles X, that Wii U game that many people online have been not only hyping up as the greatest role playing game ever, but also the game that's going to show all the non believers on their PlayStation 4s and Xbox Ones how amazing the Wii U is and how it's on the level of the other two systems. Well, as it turns out, the game has actually been massively downgraded. You see, on the left is the E3 footage from 2013, and on the right is the footage from a Nintendo Direct. And as you can see, the game has taken a graphical hit. Now, not unlike Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric, another Wii U game with a similar downgrade, the graphics in this game seem to lack a lot of the lighting effects the original one had. I mean, these are two trailers from different time periods. The left one is the E3 2013, the right one is the Nintendo Direct, and as you can see, the lighting in some parts looks like it's nearly gone. I mean, it really looks terrible. And while some people are trying to defend it by saying, oh, it's a CGI render, it's okay when Nintendo does it, didn't Ubisoft and, of course, Gearbox get called out for doing the same exact thing with Watch Dogs and Aliens Colonial Marines? And, of course, let's not forget Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric, another Wii U game that also got a massive downgrade. I mean, if you look at the screenshots that were released of Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric when it was announced, and then later on, like around the time of E3, you'll notice another downgrade happened. Of course, that was even bigger, but still, the point is there's a major lighting downgrade. And of course, it also lets you see that this game has a lot of graphical flaws too, like just look at the textures on his suit. I mean, they look horrible. And did I mention the game is going to be running in 720p for these downgraded graphics? Now, you might be wondering why I'm talking so much about this if, like, let's just say the Wii U audience talks about how graphics don't matter and how I know even some of them wouldn't mind if their game looked like Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric on the Wii U. Now, let me explain why. The first reason is the fact that many people have been hyping this game up as a graphical powerhouse. In fact, the one website at the time of me making this video, that is, which was running an article about it, was a Nintendo only website, and they were trying to damage control it by saying, oh, but the graphics are still good either way. And a lot of the pre-release hype of this game was about the graphics. And in fact, that seems to be a thing with Nintendo fans. They seem to talk about how Xenoblade has these amazing next-gen graphics. And in fact, I even saw some people saying they looked better than The Witcher 3. You can't make this up. You just can't. The next reason is that, well, with the Wii U, many people who try to talk about how amazing the system is seem to bring up a point where the Nintendo is somehow the only gaming company that does not do anything these big, evil AAA Western companies do. And yet here we have a Nintendo game doing the exact same thing many other gaming companies have recently been called out and criticized rightfully for: releasing deceptive trailers that later end up being downgraded when the final game comes out. Would Watch Dogs or Sonic Boom or Aliens Colonial Marines even gotten that much hype if they showed the graphics they finally shipped with in the trailers? Let's be honest here. But the last thing this does is it confirms what many third parties and of course hackers have said about the Wii U. It's weak, underpowered, and struggles to run games. But here we have a first party game with a downgrade before it's even out. This game's already been downgraded, and yet you have games on the Xbox One and PS4 that look better than this game. And of course, there's also some role-playing games on the systems too. Like, not many, but there's already Dragon Age Inquisition and Witcher 3's coming out real soon anyways. I mean, you can already run out to your local GameStop and pick up games that show how much more next-gen the Xbox One and PS4 are over the 360 and the PS3 respectively. You can pick up games like Battlefield 4, you can pick up games like Dragon Age Inquisition, you can pick up games like the Metro series, you can pick up games such as Rice, you can pick up games such as the Forza series. I mean, there are games that show what last-gen consoles could not do. And you know what? The Wii U doesn't have any of those. It just doesn't. It continues to run games poorly while the next-gen consoles destroy the Wii U. That's all I have to say, really. Thanks for watching and subscribe for more.